This lesson we're going to be learning Hurt by Johnny Cash. Pretty simple tune for the most part. Not terribly complicated chords. We have A minor, C, a D sus2 where you just take your second finger off. We have G, and we do have an F. So that could be tricky for some of you beginners. So it really just has kind of three parts, two or three parts. We have the main intro and verse material, which is what I was playing there at the beginning, and then we have some strumming that goes on in the chorus. So it starts on an A minor, and you pick root, so A string, D string, and then the rest of the chord. And then you're going to do the same thing on C, but come up and grab the root note again, and then go to a D sus2. Same thing as you did on the C. Root, then G string, then chord, then back to root. So and then it goes back to A minor. Then do the same thing. This time when you go to D, play a regular D major. And it just alternates those two things. It's all the same except it alternates the D sus2 and the D each time. And that is all there is to that verse. The trickiest part would be counting it. It starts on the A minor chord, but the vocals come in on the C. So you really kind of have to think of the phrase during the verse as starting on the C. Sorry. And you'll see in the tab how I have that notated. So you play the intro and then you play the verse 7 times. And then you play another one, kind of half of one before it goes into the chorus. So, you know, if you're singing the song and you know it really well, it'll be easy for you to figure out when to go to the chorus. But if you're just playing, you're really going to have to concentrate and count. So you play that verse a bunch of times, 7 times. Always alternating between the D. Now let's say this is the time you're going in the chorus. It's C, C sus2, and it does not go back to the A minor, it goes straight to the chorus, which starts on G. Okay, and now we're going into the strumming part. So it'd be, there you go, C, D sus2. And these are it's just straight eighth notes, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Your downs are more the lower strings, your ups are more the higher strings. You don't have to hit the full chord every time you strum. So we're going to do a bar of G, a bar of A minor 7, a bar of F, add 9, and a bar of C. And you're going to add the 5 on the C. I'm sorry, yeah, the 5. So you don't have to, let me just play it and then I'll explain. That's the first part of the chorus, okay? You don't have to play that high note. I'm playing every chord with this 3rd fret on the high E string. Now it comes naturally on the G. It's kind of emulating what the piano's doing in the song. You don't have to do it. You can just play a regular A minor chord when you get there. But it does sound kind of cool if you keep that G going. Same thing on the F. And then C. that part twice. And then it goes to very similar chord progression. It's G, A minor 7, F, but goes back to G. Instead of going to C, you go back to G. It does that twice. Same thing. Now we're going to go back to G. And then it starts all over again. And then it goes back to a verse. So that's pretty much the whole tune. So you got another verse, another chorus. In the last chorus, the only difference is that second part, the G, A, F, G part, you play that 3 times. And that's really the only difference. And actually, I'm sorry, you play it 4 times. And coming out of the last time, you just stop on the last G. So if the last chorus was going, this was the last time around, that's how it would end. Okay, so it's really just those parts. It's a pretty simple tune from an arrangement standpoint, but it's cool. It's vibey. Pretty easy, I think, for beginner to beginner intermediate range, just because the picking does matter. So it's a pretty specific sound. You know, as soon as you play, a lot of people know that's what you're playing. So you don't want to just strum the chords in the verse. You want to play that picking pattern. But then the chorus is nothing but strumming, so you should be good there. And it's not a terribly it's just down, up, down, up, down, up the whole time. Nothing complicated about the strumming pattern. So there you have it. That's Hurt by Johnny Cash.